A 55-year-old, I heard, takes a lot more time to adjust to glare than, say, a 16-year-old driver. Are there other things about older age in terms of dealing with light or nighttime driving that older drivers should be aware of?
Well, particularly with nighttime driving, it's also more difficult to see crisp images at nighttime. We need more light to see as we get older. So in general, if you're having difficulty driving at night, it's a good idea to try to stick to well-lit areas. And you had mentioned the glare. You can look to the right side of the road at the white shoulder line, and that tends to help so that we don't look directly at their
So
headlights.
that white line on the side is a real good tool for us.
Absolutely.
Cool. As far as communicating as a driver, I know you teach that for drivers, right?
We do.
And this isn't just in all the different ways that you can tell somebody off with hands and arms and everything. So what is communicating as a driver?
Communicating means a lot of things. Communicating your intentions, what you plan to do, and we can do that with turn signals, brake lights.
What are those things, turn signals? My wife asks me about that sometimes.
It's that little lever on the side there.
Oh.
Yeah. Turn signals, brake lights. We can use our headlights to communicate. Hand signals, not the inappropriate kind. And then you can communicate your presence, and that mostly involves staying where other drivers can see you, staying out of blind zones, and also driving with your headlights on, even during the daytime, helps to illuminate your vehicle, and it makes it easier to see.
You know, in my work, I talk with people who've been in automobile accidents on occasion, and one or two things that I always seem to hear is, I didn't see the car, or I didn't expect the person to do something like that. Do you find the same thing?
Always. You always hear that saying, well, I never saw them there, or I didn't see them coming. And that goes back to searching aggressively. And then also when we're the driver, we want to make sure that we are communicating our intentions and our presence clearly, so that doesn't happen.
So does that mean if I'm pulling into my driveway that after I slow down, then I put my turn signal on?
No, we'd like you to signal before you even start to brake so that the driver behind knows what you plan on doing.
So more turn signal instead of less turn signal.
Absolutely.
Now that turning the lights on, does that make your car more visible then?
It does. Particularly in the wintertime, we have these gray, gloomy days. It really helps to illuminate the vehicle.
Some cars I know have those daytime running lights. So are you saying that if I don't have those daytime running lights, I should literally turn my headlights on during the day?
Absolutely.
I mean, without a doubt, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Older drivers should be having all drivers, especially older drivers, should turn their headlights on during the day.
Absolutely.
And it makes them less of a target for a crash.
Yep, if someone can see you, they won't hit you.
Well.